Hey everyone, it's Jonathan here, founder of Driving Academy, and today we're going to be talking about how much actual time do students get driving behind the wheel here at Driving Academy. So one of the cool things that we do here that's different than most other schools out there is that we like to create individualized training. So what does that mean? We're not doing group training, we're also not doing one-on-one. We've kind of created something in the middle. So the way to look at this is we've kind of set up the training guard almost like circuit training in a gym. There's different stations that our students will move on throughout the day, which means that there's no waiting time and you're always being productive, moving closer and closer to passing and getting a CDL road test. One of those stations, and the most favorite stations for our students, is going to be the actual parking maneuvers that are happening behind me right over here. At any given time in our Linden facility, we can have anywhere from 4 to 7 different trucks moving in these different parking stations with our instructors that you see behind me. So how does that actually play out? So a student's going to be here for a 4-hour session. What does that mean? 3 sessions a day, 8 to 12, 1 to 5, 5 to 9. On the weekends, we also do 1 session, which is 9 to 1 as well. That being said, every 30 minutes, we're rotating throughout the different stations. So that means for 30 minutes, if it's your turn to get inside the truck, you're going to be inside the truck with nobody else. It's just you, just for 30 minutes all by itself. That's really cool. The other cool thing is the instructors are going to be outside the truck monitoring you to make sure that you're doing things correctly. If you're doing everything okay, we're just going to sit back and watch. If you need help or assistance, that's when the instructors are assigned to make sure that they move forward and kind of give you the guidance that you need so you can actually learn these skills itself, right? When you're not inside the truck, you're not just supposed to be waiting around. If you look behind me here, these 2 trucks here are designed just for inspection purposes only. So these 2 trucks behind me are just for inside inspection, how to do an air brake test. And if you keep following me this way, we actually have a pre-trip station right over here. So we're going to have our pre-trip station, which is going to be these trucks with the open hood. So when you're not inside the truck, you should be working on the pre-trip inspection. When it comes to actually making sure that the truck and everything is working correctly, pre-trip is going to be super, super important. Now, we do understand that you're not going to be doing pre-trip all the time. So we actually have a simulator station set up as well. So let me show you exactly what that looks like.
I wanted to get my...
One of the cool things about our school is that we do invest heavily into our actual training, which means we actually have 2 simulators built in right over here. So if you follow me, you can actually see our state-of-the-art driving simulator. So we have 1 on this side and then 1 on this side as well. And the cool thing that these simulators have us do is it actually gives our students a lot of different skill sets. So we can get our students ready on how to shift properly when it comes to using these simulators. We can actually teach them how to do a bunch of different driving maneuvers when it comes to on the road. So right turns, left turns, up hills, down hills, snow, rain, fog, all of that stuff. We can actually get our students ready to actually park as well. So this is a great tool that we use when students are having a hard time parking in the real truck. We give them the foundational evidence that they need here on our simulators before they're good to go. And all really a student has to do is follow our guideline, and there should never be a reason why you're just waiting around doing nothing, because there's always something to do. So if you follow me one more time, this is where we can get you on the road to freedom. This is our biggest classroom around, and we are completely different than most other schools. Just to give you full transparency, there's 2 ways that other schools do it. One, you have the small mom-pop operations who are going to give you one-on-one training. And all that means is they're going to give you an hour to 2 hours at a time, which really means like 45 minutes total. And the downside there is you have no flexibility on when you can actually do it. They're going to choose your entire schedule for you because they get pretty filled up because they are not built for the capacity that we are. On the other side of the spectrum, what actually happens is you have the old school locations out there that pack up the yard with 50, 40 students at a time. They have 1 group training atmosphere, which means everyone starts at the same time and ends at the same time. You have to go full time, which means no flexibility as well there. And what actually happens, I've heard horror stories, in 8 hours of being out on the road, in 8 hours of actually being out in the yard, student will get 10 to 20 minutes inside the entire truck. Our goal for all of our students is in a 4-hour time period that you should have at least 1 hour inside the actual truck doing different parking maneuvers. And if you're not doing that, there's a whole bunch of other things we can do. Outside of those simulators, outside the inspection station, you can actually go on the road when it gets closer to the actual driving itself. And the cool thing about our road driving is that it's 1 truck, 1 student, 1 instructor, no groups, nothing like that. So if you want something of the best of both worlds, gives you full flexibility, we're open up 7 days a week, you get to pick your own training schedule, and you want something that's always going to make sure that you're active, always making sure that you're moving towards your goal of getting the CDL license, Driving Academy is the best option for you. bar none. So if you want to learn more about any of our locations, check out our website, cdldrivingacademy.com. We're definitely here to guide you in the right direction. Thanks, and I'll see you soon. Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like it, make sure you hit that like button. Also, subscribe to our channel. It's really going to help us out. Click on that button. And if you want to continue yourself on your road to freedom, here's more videos to watch. There's endless amounts. Hopefully we get to see each other one day very soon. Thanks.